This episode is dedicated to the memory of Ozzy Osbourne.
Johnny and Campo, critics of might, breaking down each moonlit fight. Electric words with pointed truth, dark stills in the digital booth.
Hey everyone, welcome back. It has been a week without a review, so here we are once again with another review for you guys. We are reviewing SummerSlam 2025. We're going to condense both nights into one show. With me once again, we have Campo.Reviews, the man who reviews movies, TV shows, everything else in between. And we have the Putty man, the man who reviews Silly Putty.
Oh, don't cut this part out. But are you sure you want to do both nights in one?
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes. All right.
There'll be a cut right in the middle. So.
We do have Putty here, so we'll see how it goes.
That was my point.
All right, let's start with night one. If we do need to split it, we'll split it. If not, we'll keep it as one review.
Won't have to.
You'll find all their stuff down in the description box below while you're there. Make sure like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know what to do. Follow us on Spotify. You know the drill by now. So we'll start with our first match of the night. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed.
It
was a match.
It was a match. Exactly what I was thinking too. Yeah.
It was long.
Yeah.
Every match was long.
That's going to be the theme of the show this week. Everything was long.
Yeah, I feel like for the type of match that it was, like let's be honest, it didn't need this much time.
No,
like, I know Roman Reigns is popular and Jey Uso is popular or whatever, but like, why did they need this amount of time to do this absolutely irrelevant tag match?
Yeah.
If it was going to be like an absolute banger of a match that I was going to tell my friends
but then
about,
again, it's a Roman Reigns match.
See,
he
here's
did
my
a
thing.
new move.
No.
Based on the second night that we're going to get into, this feels like what they're trying to do is they're setting up the next War Games, but it's like double Bloodline War Games where they're going to have the original Bloodline, which would be, well, not original Bloodline, but at least the two, the Uso brothers with Fatu, since he's so popular, and Roman Reigns against the others.
The
feels
MFTs.
like that's what they're leading into. Yeah, and that's what it feels like it's leading to. It's like Bloodline versus Bloodline War Games, an actual Bloodline, instead of having what's his name, Sammy and all that stuff in it. You know what I mean?
I was so on board with the MFTs. Like, I was like, that's a cool name. It must mean like motherfuckers or something like that. And it turns out it means my family tree. And it's the lamest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
What I do like is Bronson Reed wearing Roman sneakers around his neck and calling it the Shula Fala.
Oh my God, that's good, actually.
The Shula
That is
Fala.
good.
Right? But I really enjoyed Reed and Breaker in this match, though. They were really good. They worked well as a team together. I really enjoyed that team.
Yeah, it's not even that it was a bad match. It's just I don't see the point of this match going for the distance that it did for not even to be that good of a match.
Yeah.
Like, it was good. It was fine. I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
But like when I talk about watching a 7.5 hour, almost
show.
8 hour show in AEW, and I could watch the whole thing and be like, well, I had a good time. And then watch this, and I'm like, well, this going 7 minutes over 3 hours is driving me nuts.
The thing is, too, when we reviewed TNA last week, the opening match, Ali versus Alexander, that really got you hyped and got you into the show. Whereas this is kind of like...
But they don't do those type of matches in WWE. Like, they don't... Their kind of go hard matches is not like that.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't mean go hard like a hardcore match. I mean, like, they just never let anybody go balls to the wall and have like an insane match.
Yeah. But and for some reason, Reigns and Uso win.
Well,
For
why?
some
Because
reason,
that's
me.
WWE logic. Listen.
Yeah.
And this is not even I don't even hate this decision making or anything.
No.
I just think it's unfair for all of the fans who hate AEW, which I'm not even a diehard AEW fan.
No. We're Japan all the way.
To talk shit about AEW and how they it's just old guys. All the old guys are winning. That's all that happens in WWE is old guys win.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch, Roman Reigns,
Yeah.
John Cena, Randy Orton, CM Punk. Old guys just keep winning.
Yeah. So with that, our next match is Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss against the Judgment Day for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship.
This was way better than I thought it was going to be,
Mm-hmm.
but it still was way too long.
Yes. That's
But
like I said, story of the show. This review,
yeah,
everything.
well, this
I was trying to watch it with the wife too, and she's like, "This is too long. It's going on too long."
From the very
that's
start of the show,
Mm-hmm.
after the Cardi B intro, until
Which
the
was bad.
start of the second match was like 47 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
The intros
Well,
alone in the first match were like 16 minutes.
Yeah. When the main event started on night 2, there was still an hour and 10 minutes left on the show. The match was only 35 minutes on the main event of the second night.
Well, I was going to say, with the running theme of the whole keeping things too long, especially when you say when I talk, I guess that works with the theme, even if this review ends up being too long. And the reason I say that is because everything was too long. And here's my thing.
Way to tie it all together, Putty.
Yeah, yeah. But here's my situation. Every time we're gonna get to this later, especially when we get to the main event of the first night and everything, because I'll tell you guys what happened to me, which kind of just pissed me off. Okay, but I try to, when I go to watch these events, I try to do it to where I actually will let it go and maybe like turn it down and do something and come back and like rewind it or have it paused and then so I can skip over stuff. And unfortunately, that turned out bad for me later on, which I'll get into it. So for me, I got to skip a lot of stuff I didn't have to see. Like when I got to this match, I was thinking it was gonna be a bad match. I almost skipped it, and I was glad I didn't because my problem is I didn't think Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss were gonna work too well. But actually, I was quite
They
surprised.
surprisingly they do work very well together.
Yeah.
I already
Alexis still can't wrestle.
And Campo
Well, yeah, I
was right.
agree.
They just got together. They're already telling a breakup storyline
They've been telling the breakup story since the first day they got together.
because there's a
But
point
yeah,
in the match where Bliss accidentally knocks out Charlotte. Great sell by Charlotte. Got to give her that. But
yeah, I gotta. But see, that's my thing. I when I'm doing these reviews, I get excited, hoping one day WWE will say, "Oh, let's flip the switch on things," and everything was so predictable. Now, I will say this, but later on, something I didn't predict, but I was kind of mad because I was like, "Well, crap, that happened," and it all leads into this. Everything seems so predictable. So I feel like what they're doing is they're dragging it on to make it more intense. When now it's like if you're becoming too predictable, it makes your matches way longer than sometimes they even could be. So when
yeah.
we watch these matches, even if it's not a long match, it feels like a long match because you already kind of feel like you know what's going to happen. Nothing surprises you, and that's what happened all these nights. Is nothing surprised me.
Yeah.
Outside of the one time that something surprised me, everything got messed up, which again we'll get to later.
There was a couple things that I was surprised they didn't happen, and we'll get to those when they do. But
Yeah, exactly.
going back to this match, you were saying going back to what you were saying, Campo, too, that Bliss still can't wrestle, and yet she was still not the worst performer in this match.
Nope, not at all.
Raquel's in this match.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like I hate to because again I did like China when I was a kid, but it was the whole intimidation of China. But she reminds me of China, where she's
China
just
was
not
a
that
shit
good
wrestler too.
Yeah.
But that's not my point. That's what I'm trying to say. I only like China,
But at least
because of
China had a
intimidation.
character, though.
Exactly. And right now, I feel like the only person that actually can wrestle and feels like they're like China is what's her name? I can't think of her name.
Jade?
No, not even Jade. Jade's horrible. Even though I like her. What's her name? Everyone loves her. I can't think of her name right now. And my point is like every time they bring in
Rhea
these big
Ripley?
characters, yeah, Rhea Ripley. That's what I was trying to think. She's always reminding me of a good version of China. You know what I mean? Like an actual that can
Yeah.
actually wrestle. You know what I mean? But my point is, Raquel. Every time I see these bigger ladies, they just don't seem to know how to wrestle properly. They're just there for the size, and it just reminds me back of the days of Andre the Giant. But even Andre the Giant could do a little bit better wrestling than these girls can. You know what I mean?
Andre could
So,
actually wrestle.
yeah,
I was watching a
exactly.
match
So
today against it was Andre, Hogan, and Bret Hart versus Inoki, Mizawa, and I forgot the other one, but it was sick, that match.
That's
But
always
yeah,
been
but
a
that's
good
my
match.
point. I mean, it's been more visually, appealing to matches instead of actually having actual skills, which I'm sure at AEW, and of course we have the luchador wrestling that looks better. But then even those situations when they look very over the top and good, then I can tell they're too fake. Like they're trying to when they set them up, like there's not a balance that WWE can do. Either it's over the top, but you can tell it's fake, or they're trying to make it look real, but in return, it just looks like it's very stiff and boring. And I don't know, it's weird.
But even after the accidental knockout by Alexa Bliss, we do get new champs. Alexa Bliss does pin Roxanne Perez, and we have new women's tag team champs.
Yep, no, it's
for a belt that means nothing.
Yeah, it's okay. Flair, I'll take it.
Yeah,
Bliss and Flair.
I like the combination there.
Listen, it's one of those things I kept saying.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think they won the belt? It's not just the Charlotte Flair thing, because now they can send Alexa Bliss to do all the little morning time TV talk shows because she's a little cute white girl, and that's what all the people want to see.
Yeah,
it's super racist.
Good point.
Yeah,
like it's the logic behind it. That's why Liv Morgan always has a belt.
Yeah,
I get it. Yeah,
send it to all the red carpet movie premieres and that kind of
exactly.
Yep. Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. One more time. Whoever wins has to admit that the other was wrong. I don't know.
Yeah. I hate Karrion Kross. I'll say it here first. I know so many people like him. I can't stand him at all. His matches are so boring.
The funny thing is, the only thing I like about Karrion Kross that's very inventive is his intro. Well, Scarlett too, but when they do the intro on the ring with the camera focused, that's a cool effect. That's something new when it comes to intros. Yeah. But once that's done, there's nothing. Scarlett's the only reason why I like watching this match. I see her and I'm like, okay, she's the only entertaining thing there, to be honest with you. So anyway.
Yeah. So the less we talk about this match, the better. Sami Zayn wins.
I mean, it was fine.
It was a match.
That's a running theme so far. The tag match was okay. So far, that was probably the best match. The women's tag match was the best match so far.
Yeah. Okay. Sami Zayn wins. This way, since Sami Zayn won, Kross had to admit that Zayn, he was wrong about Sami Zayn. What was he wrong about? I still don't know.
What is this feud for? Like, it's just, who cares?
Oh, he's a good guy. A lot of people be a good guy and win.
Yeah.
A lot of people are telling me when I'm saying, this is why it shouldn't have been 2 nights. You should have just stopped being scared, put on a 9-match pay-per-view, and just do it and get rid of the other 4 matches that suck. Why do you need to have extra matches if you need to book people? I get it. No, I don't care about that. You're booking extra people.
Yeah.
You give them the spots for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, if the match isn't good, why am I booking this match?
Why didn't we have... Okay. Why are we having a Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross match? This could have been done on SmackDown. Give me a Finn Balor and McDonough match for the tag belts.
The first tag match and this match shouldn't have even been on these pay-per-views.
I would have rather had give me Julie on this match, defending the United States Championship.
There's a lot of belts.
Yeah. Which I think the speed belt doesn't exist anymore. I think that's done. So with that, moving on. Tiffany Stratton defending the WWE Women's Championship against Jade Cargill.
I'm going to say this.
I don't even remember this match.
I'm going to say this.
It was all Tiffy.
Jade Cargill, yeah, it was all Tiffy. I will say Jade is better than she was before this match, but I just feel like each time she's just getting like a little bit better, but not enough to be like a solid wrestler. Like like there was some moves here she did that I feel like I can't name them off the top of my head, but there were some moves here that I was like, okay, she's doing solid, she's doing a little bit better, but not enough for me to really want to cheer her on like I used to. She's all visual to me. The power's gone. You had power before, it was cool. I'm not interested, to be honest with you.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Tiffy, I think, carried this match 100%. 100% Tiffy carried this match. And shout out to Kofi Kingston, who called out Jade Cargill. He goes, "Hey, did you steal my ring gear when I was a fake Jamaican?"
Nice.
So Tiffy does retain, which this was what I was surprised at. I thought they were going to give the belt to Jade. I really did.
Oh, thank God they didn't.
So Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul against Randy Orton and Jelly Roll.
Oh, this match sucked.
This was
so I'm going to say this.
And
This was
way, way too long.
I agree. I want to say this. I want to give props to Jelly Roll for one reason. He's lost a lot of weight for this. Triple H has said it. Paul Levesque said, there's a reason why we haven't seen Travis Scott is because he wasn't willing to put in that work. He said Jelly did put in the work. He lost a lot of weight. He learned how to wrestle. What made me happy about this match, even though it wasn't a good match, is that they didn't let Jelly Roll win. He actually lost. And that
Yeah.
was a good idea because the thing is, most of the time it's always these actors like I can't remember what's his name that was in Ready to Rumble that was also on screen. What's his name?
David
Arquette.
Spade. David Spade.
Arquette.
David Arquette.
Yeah,
I'm
remember
thinking
when they
Master of Disguise again.
like him, Snoop Dogg, all these wrestlers that always win when they're celebrities. I'm like, this is stupid. This actually felt more okay. Cool. Jelly Roll actually lost.
Because
All I
he's
had
not a
to say,
wrestler. The whole focus of the match was beating him up. The whole was
but
yeah.
and I'm glad they did that because he was willing to take those bumps and everything and do
Yeah.
all that kind of
He
stuff.
did take
The
some
only
gnar
thing
bumps though.
I will say though, but of course it's because he's got money. Jelly Roll has a very attractive wife. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, go
Dang.
ahead.
But yeah, like Putty said though, Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre get the win on this. Usually, like Putty said, they give the celebrity guest the win.
Hmm.
But then again, this makes more sense. This was a smart booking call because of the fact that, yeah, he's not a professional wrestler. He's a celebrity
But
wrestling in a match. So by him losing, it makes sense. Total sense.
and see at the same time, if Jelly Roll wants to keep going and he works out and he looks better and all that kind of stuff, then I can believe it a little bit more if he comes back and him and Logan Paul have a match and they play it off to win. As long as they sell it right and make it look good. Him losing was actually way better in my eyes than them just playing off a winning and then moving on. Because now if Jelly Roll comes back and he comes with a vengeance and he's doing good as far as selling it, it's gonna be way more entertaining in my eyes.
Yeah.
Like I want him to kick Logan
And I
Paul's
think
ass.
what this is
makes me wonder.
Drew's first win in a really long time.
Yeah.
Against
So
Jelly Roll.
match was not that good, but I will give it as
Hey,
far as
this
storyline. They did
contradicts to
good.
what you said earlier in the show about just letting the old people win. Randy Orton didn't win here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other old guy won.
Drew McIntyre. Okay. So our main event of night one, it is CM Punk against Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship.
So before we get into this, there's something that happened. I'm going to wait till we make the announcement of the winners and all that because I'm very mad at what happened. Let's just say this early, like, what do you call it, foreshadowing. At the middle of this match, I remember I told you I did the whole thing where I was letting it give extra time. Well, it started glitching on me. So I stopped it, and then all of a sudden, I saw the winner in the middle of the ring, and I go, crap. So I rewound the video. It frozen me again. I open it back up, and then the second thing that happened pops up. So I literally missed the whole match and saw the ending of who won, and then the aftermath afterwards. And I'm like, well, this match was ruined for me. So that's how it happened. That's how the match.
Did you watch it on and you watched it on Netflix?
Oh, I watched it on Peacock.
On Peacock, okay.
So apparently Peacock is really bad at streaming. I don't think I could watch
Yeah.
on Netflix because I'm local. I think it's because it's only on Peacock in America.
But I mean,
I got spoiled.
the match itself, though, what did you actually think? Like, it wasn't as like I know Punk and Gunther were doing some house shows earlier in the year, and they were saying that they've been pretty bad. This was not as bad, maybe, as I thought it would have been.
No, this was a pretty good match, actually.
It was pretty solid, and
decent.
Punk was able to keep up with Gunther.
I think that it went a little bit too long. He started to get gassed.
30 minutes.
Yeah, he started to get gassed. You could see it. But the problem I had is you make such a huge point out of the way that Gunther's so strong and all that shit, blah blah blah. And then he drops a power bomb and then another power bomb, and Punk is just kicking out. Come on, he power bombed him 9 times in this match and didn't
It's
beat him.
intestinal fortitude.
No, at some point it has to be you have to lose.
Yeah.
But one GTS fucking dazed the shit out of Gunther, and then enough to get him up for another GTS. Come on.
Yeah.
That's Kenta's move. Everyone knows that.
That's our boy right there. There. Kenta. Tomorrow, if you want to hear about Kenta. But yeah, but the match itself was good. I didn't mind it. Gunther, what I found funny was Gunther did a CM Punk from All In. He went under the table and he bladed himself.
Yeah. It was nice though.
Yeah. And this was actually done to write Gunther off of TV. CM Punk actually wins. He is your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Gunther is going to be written off TV. Apparently, he's going to be gone for about 3 to 4 months. So he's going to be written off TV for a while. So with that, I'm looking at the timer and I see there's 40 minutes left. My wife goes, Seth Rollins is coming out. I'm like, okay, but we all thought the injury was a shoot. He comes out in the crutches and everything else, takes off the crutches, smashes CM Punk with the briefcase, curb stomp, 10 seconds, Seth Rollins pins CM Punk.
So now going back to what I said before, here's the situation that happened to me. I started seeing the beginning match. It was decent. I was probably even like 4 minutes into the match, and then it started glitching on me where the audio was not synced up with the lip sync. So I go, okay, I already told you that I rewound it in time. So I decided to end the show, restart the show. As soon as I start to show up, it shows him with the belt in his hand. I'm like, okay, he won. So I'm like, crap. All of a sudden, it's glitching. The audio is not in sync again. I'm like, okay. I close it out. It froze for a second. I open it back up. All of a sudden, I see Seth Rollins stand above freaking thing.
CM
The
Punk.
whole match was ruined for me because of that glitch. And then what made it bad is I said, well, I've got to still watch this match just for us. And because I knew the outcome, it actually ruined the match for me. I probably would have enjoyed this match much more if I had the excitement leading up to it. But knowing the winner and then knowing that winner was going to keep the belt ruined this whole match for me. So just because of simple lag and connection that they couldn't do between their streaming service, it ruined it for me.
No.
And the funny part about it is the outcome of tonight's match. I actually did not predict as much because I really thought Seth Rollins was broken. You know what I mean? It's the
A lot of
next main
people
event.
did. Campo and I were saying from the beginning that he was cashing in at SummerSlam.
Okay. Well, here's my thing though. The next main event we have, I predicted all the way, and I did not want it to be right. But we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah. But that ends night one with Seth Rollins walking away with the World Heavyweight Championship. After that, we get a text from Caps in our Discord chat. What was the point of that? He goes,
Wait, oh yeah,
Right?
the one I
It
saw.
wasn't on
Wait,
Discord. It was on WhatsApp.
was it on our WhatsApp
Oh,
group?
that's why.
Okay,
Okay.
so that's why. Okay. Yeah, and he's like, what's the point of that? And I said, CM Punk is winning the Rumble in 2026, and he's going to get his real WrestleMania main event.
Which
That's
is going
what
to be,
it's
of
for.
course, against Seth Rollins. So then he can actually beat him, and fans will
Yeah.
go
Don't
crazy. Seth
do
hates
it.
him.
They're holding Seth Rollins with the belt all the way to Mania.
And then when he retires, everyone's only going to remember that he won 8 belts and not that one of them was for 7 seconds.
But he's a multiple-time champion, though.
I don't care.
I think he's a 4 or 5-time WWE
4
champion.
times the worst wrestler I've ever seen in my life.
Night one. What would you guys score night one?
Oh God, we're doing scores individually. Ugh,
Yeah.
God, I didn't put not to scores for that. I'm 6'5". I'm being generous.
6'8".
I gave it a 7. Mid. It was mid. That's all it was. So
Favorite match of the night probably was the Charlotte Flair one. I mean, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss.
Okay, thank you, Timmy. So moving on, night two. Show starts off with a triple threat match, and one thing I noticed: every match on this card on night two was a gimmick match.
Yeah, everything was a plunder match except the cage match, which was still a plunder match at the end of the day.
That's why I called everything is a gimmick match. Everything was a gimmick match.
I didn't like that because it was like you got no break from it. It just kept happening.
They should have separated it. They should have separated this. So the first gimmick match is a triple threat match. That means there's no DQ. It's Naomi defending the Women's World Championship against Rhea Ripley and Io Sky.
It was a good match, arguably one of the best matches of the weekend, but it was really botchy in the middle half.
Yeah.
That was Ripley missed a bunch of things.
Yeah, Ripley and Naomi too. I felt Naomi missed a bunch of stuff too.
Ripley just kept like wandering around the ring, like looking where she was supposed to be standing, which I've never seen from her before.
Yeah.
No.
Ripley, I guess Ripley doesn't really know how to work a multiple person match.
Maybe.
Because her matches are few and far between multiple. Like usually it's a one-on-one or a tag match with Ripley. So when, say, for example, when Naomi and Io Sky were battling, Ripley seemed like she was a little bit lost.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta say, I feel like Ripley and Sky worked really good together, and I think they know that and everything. It's just like you said, when they brought Naomi into it, it's a mix that just didn't feel it
Yeah,
felt
because
off
the
for
the
some reason.
Ripley and Io Sky match at Evolution was a decent match.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. Whatever. I didn't like that. The way that they played out the match, like they were acting like Io and Rhea Ripley are best friends, and only together can they stop the evil power that is Naomi. Like Naomi's like way smaller than Rhea
Yeah.
Ripley. Like why were they acting like without the two of them working together, they couldn't beat her? I
I
didn't
would
like
have
that.
what I would have liked was Io and Rhea Ripley going at it and still having what happened in the end. But if you had Rhea and Io going at it, this way it would have given more precedence to the chicken heel winning the match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This way she can get that cheap win. But in the end, we do get a cheap win by Naomi, which I'm fine with. I don't mind Naomi keeping the belt for a little bit
Yeah, I
longer.
think she should keep the belt.
So second match on this card is arguably probably my favorite match of the entire weekend. It's a six-way ladder match, TLC match
Hmm.
with the Wyatt Six. You have DIY, Fraxium, the Motor City Machine Guns, the Street Profits, and there was one. Is there one more? Oh, Phoenix and Andrade.
There's eight. There's
Yeah,
eight
Phoenix.
altogether.
No, there's six teams. The Wyatt
I thought it was
Six,
eight teams
six. It's a
because they
six
said
pack.
six.
Tell us the teams then.
So it's the Wyatt Six, Andrade and Phoenix, DIY, Fraxium, Motor City Machine Guns, and the Street Profits.
That's yeah, you're right. That's six. So why they made it out to like these 16? Oh, they said 16.
No,
It's not like they said 16.
they said 16 people were involved in this match, even though there were 12 people in the match.
Oh, because they were talking about the Wyatt family being the extra and
Yeah,
everything. Which
and Candice LeRae
mm.
coming out as well.
See, here's my thing.
All
This
the
match was
women's
a
stuff really pissed me off.
The
this
women's
was
stuff and on the whole card, or just this
No,
match?
just like them all coming out. Like, why did we have that?
yeah,
Yeah,
but
like if Candice LeRae runs up and grabs the belt, it's not like Gargano and Ciampa can win.
yeah,
No, exactly. So why did any of that happen? And her
but I
coming
will.
out wasn't like, oh, I'm coming to save you because you're gonna die. It was like, no, I just felt like coming out to go try and grab the belt for some reason.
Yeah.
Didn't make any sense. That's what I didn't like about this match. I wouldn't say that I thought this was the most entertaining match of the weekend.
Oh, it definitely
Yes.
was. Some of the high spots were fantastic.
See,
Yeah, there
now
was a
here's my
lot of
thing
really
though.
inventive stuff. Go, Putty.
Yeah.
I love this match altogether. It's my favorite match of the night. The only problem I have is I hate who won. And when we get to that, it's just the thing is like so many good wrestlers in this match that I feel like can take this belt and really go high, especially when you have, for people who know, Jeff Hardy and the Hardy Boys and the Dudley
3D.
Boys were
We're both at
3D,
ringside for this match.
but they even there was
Which
even
at
one point
Bound
where
for
the Street
Glory, they're
Profits.
having a match.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, but Street Profits even did the whole let's get the tables like Devon and Bubba Ray used to do. But the thing is there was a lot more teams I wanted to win this. I understand the appeal of the people that did win it, but it's still like I don't know. I like those characters, but I just feel like some of these wrestlers deserve this way more when it comes to carrying this
Yeah.
belt. And there's a few teams here that I feel like would have been great. Andrade and Ray Phoenix, those two would be freaking amazing tag. You don't think so? I thought they were great in this match.
I don't
If it
think
were
they should
if it
win
were
the tag
Penta and
belts.
Phoenix, then yes.
I don't think
Oh
they
yeah,
should win the
Picture
tag
Phoenix would be
belts.
cool too.
I'll tell
Yeah,
you why they shouldn't win the tag belts. It's just simple logic. If you're giving them the belts, it's just because they're a team you slapped together who got mildly popular right now over the much other deserving tag teams that have worked
Yeah.
their ass off that are in
Good.
this
Like the
match.
Motor City Machine Guns or the Street
They don't
Profits.
give a shit about them. I other than the paychecks they're getting, I promise you they're not happy coming to WWE.
Yeah, I could see that. But there
They
was a
mentioned them
really
being in TNA. Does that count?
yeah. There was a really great spot. I thought they were going to mirror the Edge Jeff Hardy spot
The spear?
where Ciampa's hanging from the belts and Nathan Frazier's about to spear him, but Ciampa pulls himself up and Frazier jumps and rolls over. That was a pretty cool spot. Joe
yeah,
Gacy took some nar bumps in this match.
yeah.
And then Candice
there
LeRae
are a
took a pretty sick bump on that ladder too.
Louder, yeah.
It broke
She
in
broke
half.
that.
But I think it was
yeah,
gimmick. I
Yeah.
feel like it was the way that it
yeah.
just snapped so easily.
But still, it looked
Oh, it
like
was a good spot.
it was a good spot. And in the end, the Wyatt Six do retain the belts.
I don't like them being the championship. I don't
I
care
don't
about the
either.
Bray Wyatt thing. I think it's really stupid that they're the champions compared to all the other
Like
teams that you could have made champions.
like
Yeah.
visually, I like the characters and honor of Bray Wyatt, but at the same time, that's more appealing to me. Like they said, the horror show they have that's in California, I think it is. I would rather see them in that series and then instead of bringing wrestlers. I mean, I know it's weird to say it that way, but visually, they're very creepy characters when they have it dark in a stadium. Like that whole light up thing, they don't look as scary when it's
When
middle
it's
of daylight.
daylight.
Like they should have pushed this as a later match at nighttime to really push the Wyatt family situation, and it doesn't work this time. It's like, oh, it's just people in masks, yay, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't work.
It's like when Bray Wyatt had that Mountain Dew Code Black match against LA Knight at WrestleMania when they got speared into the giant Mountain Dew logo.
It was amazing.
So the Wyatt Six are still your champions. With that, a match that should not have gone 25 minutes. Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria in a no DQ, no countout, last chance match. Should Valkyria lose, she can no longer challenge Becky Lynch for the IC championship.
Okay, and just before we even talk, what's the outcome of this match?
Becky Lynch wins due to interference from Bayley.
What have I been saying since day one?
It's going to be Becky Lynch versus Bayley.
Becky Lynch doesn't care about putting over anybody.
Younger talent.
She's only here to make herself look good. She is, I'm sure in real life, she's a great person. As far as a wrestling fan watching wrestling, she's the biggest POS in all of wrestling right now, not named Tanahashi. There's such an unwillingness.
Tessa Blanchard.
I don't care about Tessa Blanchard, though. Tessa Blanchard loses matches. Becky Lynch, in this match, not once did Lyra Valkyria look good. Like, she was getting the shit kicked out of her. She got tied up for like 10 minutes of the match and couldn't even do anything.
Now, did you see that one spot where her hand actually slipped out and she slipped it back in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Barrett said at one point, "Oh, did she break free from the thing?" Oh, no, it's still there, because he thought it snapped out, but her hand actually came out.
Yeah, because that's the reason why, if you notice, she really, really started. And see, this is what bothered me, and this is what takes me out when they're trying to sell too much. When she kept on doing this stuff, when she kept on like twisting her hand, like, see, it's on, it's on. I'm like, stop trying to convince me it's on. It's already messed up. We're not idiots. And now you're sitting here like, oh, look, it's tied up. See, it's like she was overselling that. And this is the problem I'm having with these long matches that lasted so long out every single night. Maybe I'm just getting tired of wrestling in general, but it's just like, I want some controversy, and it's funny, I didn't really get any controversy through any of this stuff. And the one time I wanted controversy is the one time I was like, I bet you're going to do what I think they're going to do. And again, we'll get to that when we get to that match. I'm just so pissed about this whole night that I'm starting to get to the point where it's like, WWE, you guys don't want any controversy. You're just like, let's play it safe so the little kiddies get their favorite winners and stuff like that.
That's
and if
literally
they don't
what
get
it is.
Yeah.
Listen, it's not a knock. I'm not saying it to like make fun of fans when I say it. WWE is aimed at children.
Yeah.
Like the younger audience. That's the demographic
That's
they
exactly
want.
it.
The old fans are not going to leave. They're going to keep giving money. So they have to get the new audience to watch.
Yeah. So, yeah, and Becky Lynch wins. So that means this is due to outside interference from Bayley, which leads me to believe Bayley's beating Lynch, and then Lyra will face Bayley
and win. Yeah, she'll get. I believe what's going to happen is Becky.
But what have you done for Lyra? She lost every match against Becky Lynch.
Yeah. It means nothing for. This was more to build up Bayley versus Becky than it was for Lyra.
Yeah, and I definitely feel like it's one of those situations where Lyra's like, well, she's a legend from Ireland. I can't just say no to her. I have to just do the job.
Now, which goes to night one, Charlotte Flair, even though she won that match, look how well she put over Roxanne Perez.
I've been saying that. I don't even like Charlotte Flair. Okay?
No, neither do I.
She's one of the best women's wrestlers in the world, number one. And she's willing to put somebody over. If that was if it was Becky versus Rhea Ripley would have won. I mean, Becky Lynch would have won.
Yeah. See, here's the thing, and I agree with you. Like, Charlotte Flair even put over her own character because, like, for example, Alexa Bliss didn't look that well in there, but she actually sold and even let Alexa get the pin, which means she sold the idea of Alexa Bliss looking good in that match.
And that's exactly what we're saying.
She lost to Tiffy. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yep.
But so. Fourth match of the night, our fourth gimmick is a steel cage match for the United States Championship. Solo Sikoa defending against Jacob Fatu.
I don't know if you would call this like a hot take. This is my worst match of the weekend.
I agree.
Yeah, I
I
did not
agree.
enjoy this match at
It was
all.
I mean,
so like it just felt like nothing.
Yeah, it felt like there was no stakes, no color. I was
Like,
expecting at
oh, we're
least,
in a cage. Oh, but then guess what? All of them are gonna come out anyways. What's the
yeah,
point of the cage?
like,
you
okay,
get,
okay, it pissed me off. Jacob Fatu being handcuffed to the top. I'm like, okay, he's gonna be stuck up there. They're gonna beat him. He breaks out immediately. I'm like,
but
what was
didn't
the
we just
sell on
see this with
that?
the zip tie?
It doesn't matter. He literally just broke it right away. It's basically like this. It's like this. Oh, I'm trapped. Oh, I'm free now. It's like we didn't get a chance to even get to enjoy that moment. Like you
And the
literally
thing
just
is,
made me.
too, the breaking of the handcuffs happened off screen that they had to go back and show you the replay.
It's
Yeah.
like I went to a strip club. I got a little bit of a boobie, and they're like, "There you go, enjoy it. Give us $1,000." Like, come on, man. It
No,
was
you turn away to,
horrible.
You turned away and then they showed you a movie. Okay.
It was
it's like
just
you went down to
like,
take a sip of your beer, Putty, and it's like then they showed you.
And then they took it away.
It's
and then the
like for
same
those
thing.
living in Canada, it's like the pokeroo.
Oh my
If you
god.
get that reference, you get that reference. But yeah,
But
that's
see, but
exactly it. If you missed it, you missed it.
like let's go into the other thing. Let's look at the situation with the why are we having the whole door open? You can walk out. So
The
what?
polka dot door?
No, the whole you can
Great
open up
callback.
the steel cage gate and you cannot walk out. So there's literally like a referee out there going, "Okay, come on out." I'm like, that's how we
But at
win this
least,
shit.
okay, at least give credit to Wade Barrett that Wade Barrett said, yes, you can walk out the door, but if you turn around and go back on the offensive, the referee will close the door on you. So at
It
least
doesn't matter.
give credit to that. But the thing that they really messed up on in the beginning of the match, they said the only way to win is to walk out the door or go through over the top of the cage and both feet have to touch the ground is the only way you can win the match. Why the hell is the ref doing pin counts?
Yeah. Now
Well, yeah,
and then
what?
yeah,
Yeah,
and
what?
then
You get
and
what I
see,
said, right?
Yeah, what? He did.
Yeah.
Why was he doing that?
it's
Why?
really
Yeah, the
bad.
ref was counting pinfalls. It wouldn't
It's
have
really
counted
bad. It's really
because
bad when the 90s.
Alicia Taylor said at the beginning of the match, the only way to win is to exit the cage either through the door or over the top with both feet touching the ground. Never
Why
once
is
did
it
she
that
say a pinfall.
why is it the older cage matches where you have to actually climb over the cage is now better than the cage matches we're getting nowadays where you could walk right out the door?
You always could walk out
What
the door.
could
Yeah, but
you? Like that
I
was so
missed the big blue
stupid.
cages.
Yeah, the big
Yeah,
blue
I do
cages.
too.
You had to open the door yourself, I think.
Either
And
way,
and the steel cage in Japan is just a fence that goes around.
Yeah.
either way, this was a horrible match.
Yeah, it was the worst match of the card, and due to outside tomfoolery, Solo Sokoa wins, and he's still your champ. I don't get it.
Oh no, poor Jacob Fatu. I
Yeah.
feel really bad for him.
You should.
We have Dominic Mysterio defending the WWE Intercontinental Championship against AJ Styles.
You can hate me. I like this match.
I
I feel like
can't.
Dominic Mysterio
I can't
is
knock
doing
this match
stuff.
either, to be fair.
Okay, I can't. As a normal everyday motherfucker, I don't know. As an average everyday normal guy, I can't point at this match and ever in my life tell you that I enjoyed it because I didn't. But I also can't tell you it was bad.
Yeah.
That's all I have to
I
say.
Fair
enjoyed
enough.
it. I
I
feel like again,
cannot watch Dominic Mysterio. He's not good. But
really.
like when he wrestles somebody good, the match can be decent.
Yeah, which is what happened tonight.
AJ Styles still has it.
Yep. Which leads me to believe this was probably the shortest match of the night too. It was only 10 minutes. Dominic, I like little throwbacks though. He tried to do the Eddie Guerrero where he hits the chair on the ground and he throws it to AJ, but what AJ does is he puts it around his neck and he starts twitching on the ground to make it look like Dom hit him with the chair kind of thing. So like they're doing a new twist on some old shenanigans kind of thing. And they did the boots. They did the boot thing with Eddie Guerrero, the Eddie
But
Guerrero
they
Kurt Angle.
but that was the one part that took me out of it. Was the whole match was good until the boot thing, and I understand why they did it because again, it contributes to the Eddie Guerrero. But the problem was you could see it. AJ Styles had so much trouble pulling off that boot that it started
Yeah.
looking really bad. Like dude, you're not. It's not being sold. So when he actually yanks it off and goes, "Oh no," I'm like, dude, I literally saw you over there just going like this, like you're trying to yank the shoe off. At that
He
point, you weren't even doing.
also, if no one was paying attention, had to undo the boot.
Yes.
Well, no,
He
no,
had
it was
No,
already undone.
Dominic. They showed Dominic undo the boot himself
Did he?
I saw
earlier.
it too earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
it earlier. I
Dominic
actually, when I
undid the
saw it
boot
earlier,
himself.
when I saw it earlier, I thought it was by accident, and he was. I looked like at some point he was trying to zip it back up, and I didn't realize that he was actually unzipping it. So he sold actually on that. When it came to his part, I felt like he sold. It was AJ Styles that couldn't sell, but I can't blame him for that too because it was hard to get that boot off. It was probably like probably the sock and
Yeah.
the what do you call it? Like latex was just sticking together, wouldn't let it pull. So.
But Dominic does retain, which
Mhm.
leads me to believe Bound for Glory, Trick Williams versus AJ Styles for the TNA Championship.
Who cares?
Okay.
Who fucking cares?
So with this, there's still over an hour left on the show. We got our main event. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship.
I'm not going to talk about this till we get to the end, so I'm gonna let you all go through your stuff and then I'll talk.
Why did we spend months teasing Cody Rhodes as a heel, and why did we make such a huge push to make John Cena
A heel.
to make him a heel so that Cody Rhodes could chase the belt?
I'm still
And
here.
JD.
Yeah, he's
No,
still
no.
here. And then but then to turn him face and then not to turn
Cody heel.
heel.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
Cody,
I
because
guess
you want to know something, I've been telling everybody this who watches TV and wrestling. Cody will not turn heel.
No.
Cody thinks he's Hogan. He thinks he's forever face. He's like he could
He
never.
thinks
do
he's
anything
his
wrong.
father.
Yeah, and I don't mean that as a character. I mean in
No.
real life, he believes that he's a god, and there's no way you're convincing him to do that.
so
Yeah.
so that's part of what I want to talk about. So I'm gonna wait because it's a whole sum of everything that I wanted, and then what I knew was gonna happen. So, but anyway, I can't really say anything until we lose
Yeah,
the
but
winner. So go
John
ahead,
but
JD.
then
Cena
again,
loses.
John Cena loses. Cody is your
Okay.
new champion.
So
Stupidest finish I've ever seen.
Yes. Before we get into what's happening, is John Cena is a face. He gives Cody the flowers at the end of the match. Where is The Rock in all this? So that
The Rock's
storyline,
done. They said it. It's over.
that storyline is done.
They fired Travis Scott off contract, and then The Rock said he's not coming back for the storyline.
So
No,
here's
but
my
I thought
situation.
is this going to lead to The Rock versus Cody at Mania now?
No, it's going to be The Rock versus John Cena.
Okay.
But that, I
But
mean, I
no,
don't
John
know,
Cena's not going till Mania.
When does he end?
3
December
months.
or November, yeah.
Okay, so The Rock versus him at Survivor Series for the belt.
Well,
There
I
is
don't know.
no
'cause
belt.
To fight for the belt.
Yeah, could Brock Lesnar? Well, anyway.
Yeah,
we'll
Brock
get into that.
Brock comes out. Brock
Which
comes
is
out.
crazy.
So here's my
Brock
situation
should
with all
not be
this.
allowed back. And if you
No.
support or like Brock, you're crazy.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this right now. This whole heel turn with John Cena, I wanted this. I liked this idea. I liked the idea of him being an asshole and then leaving with the belt. That was probably the best idea they could have ran with. So here's what I'm saying. I told myself as I watched this match, they're probably going to do what I think. Cody's going to win. He's going to push him over, but hopefully he'll come out. So he comes out with this old entrance music, like the one with all the black name and John Cena. I'm like, okay, he's doing that. But then they do old John Cena music. I'm like, okay, I'm getting into it. I'll let it be. Maybe he's going to turn and become evil, or he's going to win the match and still take the belt.
No, he
Well,
turned face
everything.
on SmackDown the night before.
Oh yeah, well I know that. Well, no, I knew that, and I saw that stuff. But what I'm saying is, I was hoping it was him playing again and messing with the fans. So me, what I wanted was him to come out, make the fans go, "Yay, we got our Cena back!" All of a sudden, he does his badass, mean, "I'm taking the belt," wins, and walks away. That is what I wanted. What I knew was going to happen was that Cody Rhodes was going to win. He did this to push Cody Rhodes as a new good guy, saying, "Hey, I was the guy that did all the charity events and everything. Now you're that guy."
Cody is
and
the
I'm gonna
next
go
John
ahead-
Cena,
Yeah, and see, the thing is, I
basically.
hate to say it, but here's the thing: Cody for me will never be John Cena. John Cena did even when he was being treated like crap, when they were like, you suck and everything. He still stuck to his guns. I don't see that with Cody.
Yeah,
I
he's
see it the
getting
average.
paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, But it's still at the same point, though. Cena, I mean, everyone knows the whole thing Cena said. I'm talking about in real life. He said that he literally gave up some of his money to Vince because he respects this business. He wants to show his love for this business. And I
Yeah.
give it up to John Cena for being that way. That's why I felt like this whole heel turn, he was going to stick with it because he knows it's a storyline, it's a show, and they didn't stick with it. If they would have stuck with that, in my eyes, WWE would have been much better for Cena to be a bad guy. He takes the belt and walks away, or at least still holds on to it until the last of his months.
Yeah.
And then maybe I hate to put it this way, even though I don't like Brock Lesnar, then Brock Lesnar takes it away. But at least he looks badass in this way. I actually would
Listen,
rather him.
the
I'm just
problem
mad.
with
This
it
whole match pissed
is
me off.
the problem is that they don't trust their audience to know that it's fake. And I'm
Yeah.
being so serious, so that they don't want John Cena leaving as a bad guy, because then people are really gonna think he's actually a bad guy.
Yeah.
And I'm not joking at all.
They would
worried that
they would
people are
hate
gonna
Cena
think,
forever.
Yeah, they're literally worried that people will hate him.
Yeah.
And
I,
so
and
do they-
I
so
don't
they-
and I don't
so-
like Brock
so-
Lesnar coming back either.
I don't think
do
it's
they
right
believe-
to have him come back after
No.
the
whole
accusations
allegations,
that happened. Yeah.
So does this mean that all these fans believe that John Cena is willing to kill anyone for peace? Because if they're
Yes.
really that dense, I mean, you get what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, that's different because to a lot of, I don't want to say they still think is real, but kayfabe is still alive in some places. Okay,
It's
so
WWE and TNA.
right, so WWE thinking kayfabe is still alive, they think by John Cena walking away would take away from the fact that John Cena can be an ambassador after he retires because he left on bad terms.
Okay.
They don't trust the audience is what exactly what Campo was saying.
see, I get that, but here's the thing. They don't trust the audience, but then we have LFG. We have that show behind the
Unreal.
scenes thing that's on Netflix. Unreal. We have all these shows that are literally
By the way,
showing
did you
how
see the
fake
thing
this is.
about
Wait,
Unreal?
hold on before you go, Campbell. And the thing, they're going based on all this, trying to show how fake it is, but then try to sell the real thing as a real thing because they think their fans are stupid. Are you fucking kidding me? This
Yes,
is like
they
saying,
do. That's
like
why I
to
don't like WWE. Doesn't
What-
it drive
what
you
the fuck?
nuts?
It's
Oh,
driving him nuts
so
literally right now.
Okay,
Right
I want you to
now.
understand this. If you actually watch LFG or Unreal or whatever, they don't even break kayfabe on those shows.
No.
Oh,
They don't
really?
even admit that anything is fake. And Unreal is called Unreal because the stuff it's doing is a fake documentary. It's a kayfabe documentary.
Yeah.
It's not a real documentary.
So the only the real
It's
thing
that's why it's
about
called.
WWE
That's literally
Hold
why
on.
they named it Unreal.
It's a
because it's
scripted
not real.
it's a scripted documentary.
So basically saying the only real thing in WWE that exists on this planet as far as video that comes from WWE or in general that way would be Netflix's freaking documentary on Vince McMahon. That's literally the only thing that's real.
Yes, because
because
WWE had nothing to do with it.
And the funny
you know what?
part is,
I'm glad Goldberg's pissed at WWE. Goldberg, you do not want to be a part of this, okay? I'm
glad
that,
that Bret Hart is
because
pissed at Goldberg.
Yes.
wait, what happened? What
Bret
happened
Hart
there?
and Goldberg hate each other.
I find that funny too. That's kind of ironic, especially since you guys are the Bret Hart fan and the Goldberg fan. Anyway,
Yeah,
that's really
and then
funny.
there's that-
Anyways, I watched a video about CM Punk where he had to rank wrestlers, and Goldberg came up, and he's like last because he's like
The one thing
Bret
that was
Hart.
funny about Unreal is CM Punk asking Charlotte if she ever shot herself in the ring.
Really? I didn't even watch it. I would never watch it. I don't care.
I saw a clip of that.
All my point is like I didn't realize that all these reality shows were fake too, because I already knew the one that they did back in the day with John Cena and the Bella twins and stuff like that. I can't remember what the name of that shit was.
Total Divas.
Yeah, I knew that one was, kind of like watching the Osbournes, where they set up stuff and things like that. But at least the Osbournes was actually entertaining. Rest in peace, Ozzy. Anyway, the point to the whole thing is
Can we have a card at the beginning, a title card, R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne?
I'll do
Yeah,
that for
please.
this one. R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne.
But like I said,
Forever the theme song for War Games.
And you can go ahead and clip my word if you want to put in the beginning, or Ozzy Osbourne, and go through there. Anyway, but the point thing is this. I really, really wanted this to go negatively bad. Like, I wanted John Cena to ruin wrestling. And now it's like, I like John Cena as the actor in some of his movies, but like, God, you just had an opportunity to make wrestling good again.
By the way, Head of State is good. Heads of State is a pretty good movie.
Is that the
one
what, John Cena and Idris Elba? Yeah, I
Yeah.
really
Yep,
enjoyed
that's
that.
the
That
one
one
we'll
was
see.
it was kind of fun. Yeah.
I'm
And
gonna
what's her
watch it
name too
tonight
was
then.
in it?
I
Oh,
just
a
watched
lady.
Sinners though, and
Yeah,
Sinners
that
is
lady.
really good, by the way.
Which one?
Yeah,
Sinners is really good,
Sinners just has a really rough third act.
but I liked it. I like
Shout out to
Sinners.
John Cena and Superman though. He was his few seconds was pretty funny.
It was funny. It was good, yeah. Which of course, Peacemaker is coming out
Yeah.
this month, by the way. So anyway, which I'm sure we'll
Which,
do a
by the
review on
way,
one of our channels.
I don't know if you saw it. Not only did they pick a new theme song, but it's even worse than the last one.
Yes. But
Oh,
all
really?
in all,
No, I didn't know that.
all in all, I thought night 1 was better than night 2. I gave this a 6.8.
So
But even though this night had the best match of the 2 nights with the TLC match.
so that's my thing. Both of them were so horrible that I just basically gave this one a higher score for one match, and that was the ladder match. Because again, it brought back all the old school Hardy Boys and Dudley Boys, which were two of the biggest TLC match and the first ones to ever do it. So it really made that special, and that was the only thing that was special about the whole thing. Like I gave this one more because I was giving it the whole night and I was counting this one, so I'm saying this is like a 6.9 for me when it comes to score because I did like this night better, but again, it's only based on one match. Honestly, everything in general was horrible to me, and it's like the one time you had an opportunity to do something good, you didn't do it, and then everything else was just so predictable. Everything was so predictable.
It's funny that all of us are not giving great scores to this, and
Yeah.
everyone I've talked to outside of it, or the people I watched it with, night 1, nobody liked it. So
Yeah.
I feel like it's just kind of unanimous.
What would you say? Same as night
6.8.
6.8. So it's the same for you as I did. Okay, let's hope Clash in Paris is a little bit better.
The Clash shows are traditionally good.
Yeah.
I'm starting to have big doubts when it comes to, and see, here's the funny thing. My bucket list is I still haven't seen any wrestling event, let alone a WWE event, which I still want to go to. But now I'm at this point now, especially with me wanting to do this big move, I'm going to have more options to see matches because of where I'm going to be. But like, if I choose something, I'm like, this has to have something on the card that I want to see, even if the match is bad, just so I feel like I earned my money because
if you got to go to a live event, just go. Campo just the other day picked us up tickets to go see All Out.
Yeah, if you're gonna go, don't worry about what the card is. You're just going to watch wrestling. If
Yeah,
you're going to
and
watch a match, you're gonna be disappointed when you go there.
Yeah, because we went back in May when we went to the MLP show. Like, it's like, okay, it looks like a pretty solid card, but it's also the experience of the people around you and the atmosphere of being at a live event. It's completely different.
Well, see, the thing is, I was like excited that WrestleMania is coming back to Vegas because I was like, oh, but I'm not going to be able to go this year again. So it makes me think
that because it's also $4,000.
Yeah, well, yeah, right. Well, I'd rather be there and have the money to save it instead of taking a trip out there just to see one event.
And it's also annoying when it's that expensive and it's 2 nights and you get the worst night of the 2 nights.
It's a gamble, literally.
Oh, yeah.
And what happened? So it's not New Orleans anymore. They moved it back to Vegas, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Vegas second year. Apparently, the first Vegas one did so well
it's because TKO's the UFC offices and shit are in Vegas. They want to have a permanent residency in Vegas for WrestleMania. They're just not telling anybody yet.
Oh, so well, then that means I guess that means if I do move there, I'll actually be able to see WrestleMania at least once in my life. You know what I mean? So even though it's probably going to cost me an arm and a leg for a ticket.
I've been to 2.
He's been to 2.
I've been to 2 of them.
Yeah, me too.
6 and 18.
I've been to 0 and 0.
That's a good one.
Yeah, 6 and 18. I've been
so far it is. Yeah.
Hey, I got to see Hogan and Rock.
Let's wrap this one up.
So with that out of the way, guys, thanks again for joining us. And in the words of Kenny Omega. Wait, before I say that, tune in tomorrow. Campo and I will have our long-awaited Noah review. So tune in tomorrow for that. Didn't see that coming. So with that out of the way, guys, in the words of Kenny Omega, goodbye and good night.